Greetings, dear viewers. Today I'm going to be looking over this trailer of Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not the biggest fan of the Avatar movies. I've only seen the first one like twice, and I didn't think it was that good to begin with. Same thing with the second one. I have not seen it. I heard it was a bloated, uninteresting CGI fest. So, now this is coming out by Ubisoft. This game's coming out by Ubisoft, and that, like, you have the power of the studio behind you, but at the same time, it's Ubisoft. I'm hoping to God that if I watch this trailer, I'm not going to be able to say, "Oh yeah, I've seen this in Ubisoft game before. I've seen this in Ubisoft game before." I'm hoping, but let's see. I mean, clearly it doesn't look nearly as good as the movies, but I mean, video games have always been about 10, 15 years behind what movies are. So it should be exciting when I'm, 50. Okay, so it is open world. That's good, but at the same time, I mean, is it open world or is it an Ubisoft open world? Because those tend to be monotonous. Like, don't get me wrong, Ubisoft has released plenty of decent games, but at the same time, their open worlds are generic and formulaic at best sometimes.
But its plan is interrupted by the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, and you are put into emergency cryosleep. When you awaken, 15
Oh,
years later,
cryosleep. Okay, so that explains why you're a stranger in your own body and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, they had to have something, right? You couldn't just be somebody. You had to be an outsider.
Initially, you're perceived as an outsider, so you have to reconnect with your lost Navi heritage to gain their trust. On your adventure, you'll find your own path as you discover what it means to be Navi. You'll explore new regions of Pandora, each with
I mean,
their own unique
yeah,
vibe.
this is looking like a good game.
Kinglor Forest is a lush rainforest brimming with life and dense vegetation. In the
Definitely,
shade of awe-inspiring floating mountains. This is the home of the
inspired. I
Irani.
mean, like, looks
clan
good.
of
It
peaceful
looks like
weavers
Pandora. It looks
will
like a
guide
faithful
you on your
adaptation. I
first
wonder
hunt
if, they had Steven
and on
Spielberg
your
or whoever,
first flight.
so much designed the world of Pandora. I wonder if they were working in
The
collaboration
Irani will
with
show
it.
you the way to the rookery, where you can bond for life with your very own Ikram. The Ikram is a devoted companion.
So
that
you can be able to
name,
fly.
feed,
That's
and
the thing.
customize.
One of the things I don't like. Like, I can't wait for the day that games are load instantaneously. So that way, when you're flying or driving or whatever, you actually are going fast. Because I've noticed that a lot of games these days, when you're going fast, you're not actually going that fast. They just put this like kind of windswept like effect on the camera, and it's supposed to trick your brain into thinking you're going faster than you actually are. Doesn't really work for me though.
Experiment with acrobatics and feel a rush of adrenaline as you dive from the sky and explore the
Well, okay,
open
see what I
world
mean
of
right there, right
Pandora
there.
from
That's what I'm talking
the
about.
air.
That whoosh effect. Like they're
If you
not
travel
probably not going
north,
that fast,
you
but
get
it
to the
looks
upper
like it
plains.
because everything's going
An
wishy.
expansive grassland filled with contrasts.
Very beautiful.
Open
Like, I
views
mean,
as far as the eye can see. The nomadic Seswa clan live here in symbiosis with gigantic beasts called Sakru. Earn the clan's trust. They
I
will
mean,
teach you the art of riding dire horses.
dire horses, huh?
And further west, the mysterious clouded forest, where hidden in the mist, nothing is as it seems. Here lives the Kamatiri, a clan of healers with
Okay.
their own dark reasons to stay hidden.
Like, don't get me wrong. This is all cool and everything, but I'm not going to remember the names of these clans. I'm not going to remember them by the time I get this game.
To exploit resources at any cost, spreading devastating pollution. In the process, animals are hurt and poached. You'll need to stop the RDA from ravaging your home. And when you are ready, you will take the fight to them. As a child of two worlds, you can learn to master multiple combat styles. Your powerful instincts
So you're gonna
allow
have a
you to get an
bow,
overview of the
an
battlefield,
assault
mark
rifle,
your enemies, and identify weak points.
detective
Traditional
vision.
Navi weapons are versatile and precise. You can use the longbow to hit long-range targets, or the staff sling to set up traps. For a more explosive approach, you can leverage your human training and go for the blast of an assault rifle, a shotgun,
I mean,
or go
okay, and
bigger
then
with the
shotgun.
occasional rocket launcher.
Oh,
On foot,
okay.
you can also rely on your incredible strength to take down amp units. Above
I mean,
the clouds, your
it looks
Ecron
okay.
will help you in aerial
Just okay. I
combat
mean,
against
the
the RDA.
the world looks amazing. That's probably
Destroying RDA
Well,
facilities will have a tangible impact.
I want to see that again.
Destroying RDA
Oh
facilities.
no. So look, if you know who Ubisoft is, and if you've played plenty of Ubisoft games, that looks familiar to you. You know what that is. That's an I've climbed a tower to disrupt the communications, and I'm tearing the box off. I thought they'd learned their lessons and we stopped this, but apparently not.
Will have a tangible impact on your world. With the pollution removed, Pandora heals. You will be able to harvest the best quality material again and craft better gear and weapons.
Oh, a
You will also
crafting
find
system where you have
ingredients
to,
cook and make meals to
go
get
hunt
stronger.
ingredients. That's
As you
another
keep
staple of
discovering what it
Ubisoft.
truly means to become Navi, you'll improve your skills by connecting to Awa through the Tarshu plant and learn from the memories of your ancestors. Skill upgrades can improve many aspects of your character, such as your
skill
natural
tree?
agility to move through the world, your stealth approach when hunting or fighting, or the handling of your weapons and mounts.
Oh, nice loop-de-loop.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a captivating action-adventure game designed to maximize the power of new-gen consoles and PC. You will be able
New
to play the
gen.
full
They're like
story
3 years
campaign
into
in
this
single player,
generation cycle,
or
but
with
you
a
know
friend
what?
online
Because
in
of everything that
two-player
happened, they're still considered
We
new.
invite you
Because
to
we're still
explore
releasing
this
games
world
for
of
last
wonder.
gen.
Become Navi and take down the RDA to protect Pandora.
Yeah, I bet you can't do that in the game. So you're clearly gonna have aerial mounts. You're going to have land mounts. You're gonna be dealing in aerial combat as well as ground combat.
Impact.
Obviously, the ground combat is much more first-person
You
shooter,
will also
and
roll
the
the point.
aerial combat is not. It's third person. Apparently, whenever you ride a mount, it's third person. Okay, so thoughts. This game looks interesting. Keyword looks. The gameplay itself kind of looks very much Far Cry, like Ubisoft is familiar with. And while honestly, the biggest selling point for me is Pandora, because Pandora is actually this really good looking planet that I would like to explore. So that's exciting for me. However, the Ubisoft gameplay loop tends to be monotonous, and if you've played enough of their games, every single one of the games starts to feel the same. Sure, I might have blue hands, but guess what? That doesn't change the fact that it still very much seems to feel like a Ubisoft title. Anyway, what did you think of the trailer? Am I completely wrong and then you just love this game and are completely excited for it, or am I insane, or am I right? Or am I right and you understand that this is probably going to have its good things and bad things? Let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the Twisted Nightmare Studio.